It's amazing.
Do we give, I don't know, I think we should probably just
Jane was walking.
call to order. I wonder if he forgot there was a closed meeting. Maybe. What's that? I mean, we could also give him a minute.
So we haven't started yet.
No, not yet.
Okay.
Not official. What?
You want me to take a walk towards the doors and see if anybody's approaching?
Do you see anyone, Jeff? Thank you. Oh, that far out. Okay. I didn't really mean for him to go all the way to the other doors.
So it's getting dark, so you can't see his.
That's true.
You can text him.
I can text him. Oh, you got it?
Looks like Aaron's on it. Thank
I
you.
will not text him in case we're all wondering about it.
That door should be
I mean-
opened up. Probably just didn't. No, it's not.
No.
All right.
Okay. All right. Then let's call this meeting to order at 6:31
Okay.
p.m. Oh, my pen's not working. All right, and we are going to go into closed session. So I would entertain a motion to go into closed session under Wisconsin State Statute 19.851E, deliberating or negotiating the purchasing of public properties, investing of public funds, or conducting other specified public business whenever competitive or bargaining reasons require a closed session, specifically tonight, certified staff compensation plan. So let's do a roll call vote. Howry,
We have to do the motion first, I believe.
I'm so sorry.
Don't worry about it.
I
I'll
told
make the
you,
motion.
the
I'll
brain.
second.
Okay,
That was Fisher.
Yes, and you.
yep, and Huey.
Yes.
Okay, how about now we do a roll
Yep.
call vote? Howry is currently absent, so Howry. Chapman? Here. Huey?
Here.
Fisher?
Here.
Fessler? Here. Okay, motion carries 4-0 to go into closed session at 6:32. our meeting at 7:05. Now that we are in open session. So first thing we have is our consent agenda. It contains minutes of the February 16th board meeting, certified and co-curricular staffing recommendations. And I would entertain a motion for that.
I move to accept the consent agenda as presented.
I'll second.
All right. Anything people want to discuss or pull out for discussion? Okay. Anyone, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No, motion carries. And then, as usual, there are personnel items where no vote is necessary, but we don't actually have any of those on tonight's agenda. Do we have any public comments?
We do not.
Okay, one day, I'm gonna read that. We're gonna have a public comment, and I'm gonna be able to read that, our policy there. All right, so that means we're ready for our McFarland High School student report. Dean.
Good evening, everyone.
Hi, Dean.
Dean with the good hair.
Thank you. Okay, get this right on over. Okay, just checking that we can all see this.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So again, good evening. It's great to be back with you all again. This is the 10th edition for the McFarland High School Student Report. I'm just going to kind of get right into things. So starting off with our highlights, the biggest and most major one is definitely how we closed out our annual community week here at MHS from February 16th to February 20th. On Monday, Student Council presented Community Day by handing out muffins and cupcakes in the morning and hosting a community assembly. On Tuesday, Hope Squad presented Self-Care Day by handing out green mental health awareness ribbons, stickers, and pins in the morning, while hosting a paper heart activity during lunch where students wrote down how they are taking care of themselves. On Wednesday, Multicultural Club hosted Diversity Day by handing out candy with flags representing the different countries and cultures around the world. On Thursday, Letters of Love presented Spread the Love Day. Their club worked hard in preparation for Community Week by handmaking over 100 kind notes and affirmations that were displayed around the school for Community Week. And finally, Girl Up hosted Friendship Day on Friday, where they gave out free drinks in the morning, engaging with students. Each of the 5 participating clubs, focused on strengthening the community we have here at MHS, and we cannot wait for this wonderful and heartwarming tradition to carry on into the future. Moving forward to our clubs. On Friday, February 20th, the last day of Community Week, members of the Student Council walked to the Municipal Center with Mr. Jacobson during homeroom to connect, play games, and listen to the many inspiring stories of our McFarland community seniors. As a participant myself, it was great to witness how we can all come together despite our differences in age. And both the MHS Student Council and the Senior Outreach Center hope to make this event an annual and long-lasting tradition for our students and seniors. Also on February 20th, the McFarland Visual Arts Classic Club traveled to Platteville to compete in long-term and on-site art creation. 3 of the students qualified for VAC State, which will be held at Edgewood College on April 10th. On Thursday, February 26th, the McFarland Multicultural Club hosted the annual We Are Many United Youth Unity Summit, also known as WAMU, where more than 200 students across Dane County came together to focus on making our schools and communities more welcoming environments for all. In regard to our performing arts, on Saturday, March 14th, coming up next Saturday, McFarland High School is hosting District Solo and Ensemble once again, where hundreds of kids from around the area will come together to share the music that they have been working on. This is a great opportunity to connect with other musicians from around the state and to make lifelong friendships. Also, the McFarland Music Department has already prepared for student musicians to embark on the next biannual music trip. This next year's tour in 2027 is from Thursday, March 4th to Sunday, March 7th, where students will perform numerous times in Chicago, Illinois, Chicago, Illinois, sorry, St. Louis, Missouri, and Iowa City, Iowa. Additionally, our winter sports teams have been hard at work, and here are some updates from some of them. So with girls basketball, they had a great WIA regional win against Portage last Tuesday and a tough WIA tournament loss to DeForest last Friday. Big congrats to the team and their coaches for another impressive season. With boys basketball, they were named the Badger Small Conference champions and took the title with a win over Edgewood. On Friday, they will host the WIA tournament here. With boys hockey, they achieved a WIA sectional semifinal triple overtime win over St. Mary Springs last Tuesday, and unfortunately lost the WIA sectional final to Wanakee last Friday. Congratulations to the team and their coaches for a great season, but also a special congratulations to Bo Brzezinski for being named Division II Section 4 Head Coach of the Year by the Wisconsin Hockey Coaches Association. With some other news, congratulations to Henry Beery, who was honored by being selected as the February McFarland Optimist Senior of the Month by the McFarland Optimist Club. Henry was nominated by Sheila Erbach from the SLC, who reflected on Henry's leadership, advocacy, and kindness to everyone here at MHS, especially to the incoming freshmen for whom he serves as a peer leader. Henry plans to attend Madison College to participate and study in their criminal justice program. Way to go, Henry. Lastly, coming up, first, this is the last week of the Do Good Wisconsin Cereal Box Challenge. A month ago today, students began donating cereal boxes that will be taken to the McFarland Food Pantry. As it currently stands, the junior class is winning with 128 cereal boxes, no juniors, while the freshmen are hot on our tails with 127. But we're holding our lead for now, so I'm happy about that. The seniors are in third place at 96, and the sophomores are unfortunately falling behind at 47. We have also
sophomores.
Oh, snap.
we have also had a ton of boxes donated by our community members through the ED Lock Public Library drop-off station. Those numbers are not factored into the grade, like individual grade standings, but we are very appreciative of those as well. And then lastly, in exactly 2 weeks from today, the McFarland Hope Squad is hosting their annual Hope Week. This event is derived from the National Hope Squad's efforts to spread mental health awareness and suicide prevention through a week of community engagement, activities, and learning. And the club has already begun planning, and we cannot wait. But that is all I have for you for the beginning of March. As always, it's great to speak on the student report and connect with you all, and thank you for your time. Our contact information, as always, I know I say this a million times, but it's always there if you ever need it. But unless anyone has any questions, I will let you guys continue.
I do have a question about the cereal boxes. In an attempt to help the juniors, since I have a junior, if someone left boxes outside the teacher's room, but no one knew who it was from, where did those get categorized?
If it's left outside a teacher's room, because every teacher has their own advisory, I'm assuming it would be factored into their advisories account.
I just thought maybe I'd be finding 8 boxes for the juniors, but we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
I don't
okay.
know.
It's okay. I
But
just
yeah,
want you guys
I
to get
think-
credit.
Yeah, if it was left outside of a teacher's classroom, I think whoever's advisory was, you could also
Okay.
just like leave a note and like for who it is for and get it to them that way.
For
But
the juniors. we
For the
can also-
juniors.
Yeah, if you
For
left
the
it here, we
juniors.
make sure it got to a junior's count.
All right, good deal.
That's
Or
hilarious.
freshman, as I did.
Oh. All right, thanks,
Sorry,
Dean.
Sorry.
thank you. Have a great night, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
That's awesome.
I just want to make sure the boxes go to the right class,
Yeah,
you
We
know?
can get them into the right hands tomorrow.
It's okay. All right, so next we have Business and Education Partnership update from Ms. Chapman.
Yes, you get to listen to me again. So a couple weeks ago, we had the Business and Education Partnership meeting. We met a couple times during the year, and this year we actually met in the new Spartan Fuel Student Cafe. And I'd actually never been there, and I was blown away. Like, Quick Trip, you need to prepare yourself, all right? Because the Spartan Cafe is coming for you. But the kids that run the meeting for us, they always do such a great job because they have snacks and refreshments, and they're so professional. So what we first got was an update from Mackenzie Green on the Spartan Fuel Cafe. So the Spartan Fuel Cafe is open before school and during passing time between first and second block. And it's actually, from a staffing perspective, a collaborative effort between the marketing students and special ed, which I thought was really great. So what these students are responsible for is, getting orders, collecting money, interacting with customers, that kind of thing. And so it's really giving students those real-world skills and customer service experience, which I think is really great. Another thing we talked about with the Spartan Fuel Cafe is possibly showing some of student artwork, because right now, some of the walls, they could use a little, color. So hopefully they'll be incorporating that soon. And then we went through program and activity updates. Penny Thompson talked about the Reality Zone, and the fall event was really, really impactful, super fun. Lake Ridge Bank was there with an interactive money machine, and some of the feedback we received from some of the DECA kids was they didn't realize how expensive life was, which I think is pretty hilarious. So yes, life is expensive when you become an adult. Yeah. So we are going to maintain doing one every fall and one every spring, which I think is pretty fantastic. Then Jackie Gunther went over advising night that Megan and I were both at. Megan and I can both attest to the fact that there were hundreds of people walking through, super
well attended.
engaged. And what I really loved about the flow of the event, and Penny did talk about this, was that they kind of they didn't separate out like post-graduation education options and then career paths. They put them right next to each other because, any path that you choose after graduation is great, and so we want to make sure that everyone feels inclusive. But one question that Megan and I did have a lot from people was regarding youth apprenticeships. So the suggestion was made to have a youth apprenticeship booth next year that I think will that Penny's looking at making happen. So then going into career and technical student organizations, Sawyer Larson talked about Skills USA. They had 2 students placed at the Platteville competition, and then state competition is going to be happening in April at the Alliant Energy Center. If you've never been, it is the coolest thing ever. I have been there, and you can see everything from cabinet making to woodworking to cosmetology, artwork, welding, the whole 9 yards. It's super cool. And it's high school, it's college, it's a really cool thing. So if you have the opportunity to check it out, I really recommend you do that. But then we also talked about some fundraising ideas. So last year they did a snowblower tune-up clinic or fundraiser, and they expected to have like 25 people do it, and they had over 100.
Whoa.
Yes. So Mr. Ray, one of the CTE teachers, was talking about it, and it's a great opportunity to get your snowblower tuned up. So look for more information on that. Then we got to hear from Jonathan Terrell about DECA. They had 49 students at districts, and then 23 students competed at state, and I believe state happened just last weekend in Lake Geneva. And I wanted to include this, and I didn't, but I believe 8 people have actually advanced to ICDC, which is like the international competition. So that's super exciting. And just a couple of things they talked about, like young entrepreneurs, Pause for a Cause, just other community-oriented events. So then Meg Chin talked about our Student Employee Excellence Program, and this is a program that started last year where local businesses can nominate a student that's a student employee. And it was super fun last year. We show up at lunch and they get a big to-do, and it's kind of a surprise. So we're bringing it back this year. We have got our first recipient. I can't talk about who it is, but we are just trying to work out logistics if we want to surprise this person at lunch, or maybe show up in class, or go to their workplace. So either way, it'll be super fun. And right now the chamber is actually looking to get some gift cards from local businesses as a kind of thank you. So that's always super fun. Then we actually got to hear about a new project from Cassie Hogue, teacher, Cassidy Hogue. Okay, so she is working on a digital marketing final project with her class, which I think is pretty cool. So students will actually reach out to local businesses, assess their marketing needs, develop full strategies, and it's a whole thing. We're talking about writing a great email, following up, putting together an actual digital marketing strategy, and that's totally up my wheelhouse. I was super jazzed about it, and I never had the opportunity to meet Cassidy, and she is one engaging woman. This is her second year here.
She won a statewide award for something up and coming new.
Marketing
Yeah.
teacher. I mean, like, I could listen to her talk all day. Like, I want to be in her class.
She's on fire. Yeah.
You know, she's fantastic. So kudos to her. So right now, what she had reached out to the chamber was, talking with local businesses to see if this is something they would want to get involved in. So we're working more on that. We designated that March 17th will be the Reality Zone for spring event. So we're looking for some community volunteers. Looking more towards other events, we have Real World Day and First Job Panel, which is April 24th for all 6th through 8th graders. And that's going to focus on career exploration and just the youth apprenticeship program, just to bring a little bit more awareness there. Then we have senior exit interviews, May 21st and 22nd. Super excited for that. If you want to have super fun conversations, I highly recommend signing up to volunteer. A few of us have done it, and it was so fun. I just wanted to hug everyone. And then
Every now and then, you get a little more than what you asked.
well, I mean, they're very
little spicy.
honest, which I think is great. And the feedback, it's primarily positive. But it's just really nice to have, a super diverse group of conversations with people that you don't always get, or students, I should say. So then looking at some more community partnership, we have the Easter egg hunt. The Easter egg hunt is actually moving to the Legion this year. And so Meg Chin and the Chamber of Commerce are obviously pulling this together, and they're going to be working with various student groups for fundraising opportunities. And then Bands on the Boardwalk is coming back. We're going to have food trucks. One thing to point out, there will not be one in September due to a lack of daylight and the love of bloodthirsty mosquitoes. So just kind of keep that in mind. But once again, much like the Easter egg hunt, they're going to be looking for student fundraising opportunities. And then our next meeting is going to be on April 16th. Any questions? Aaron, did I miss anything?
I would just say that Cassidy was awarded the New Teacher of the Year award from the Wisconsin Marketing Educators Association.
Whoop, whoop.
Nice.
Big deal.
Big deal.
That is a big
Big
deal.
Way to go,
deal.
Cassidy.
Statewide award, which means we'll be recognizing her at the annual recognition at the end of the year. I'm saying that out loud so I remember.
Yes, you will.
That's important to recognize. No, you covered it very well. It's just, those meetings are very student-driven and student-led. So that makes it, really interesting and engaging.
And the students are so polished.
Yeah.
And they're really great when they're asked questions that they weren't prepared for. And they just deliver their answers. I mean, they're very well spoken.
Yeah, there's a lot to report on. And to hear that being student-led, that's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
I judged one of the before state competitions
Oh, yeah.
one year, and that was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
It was eye-opening. It was like these students all of a sudden converted, to business people, and they had their game faces on just like any other, organization. But it was a blast to be around them.
Yeah, for the DECA.
Yeah.
Things, I know, that was very cool. Meredith and I went this year, and that was very fun.
Felt
Agree.
like very fun. Like, it wasn't,
Yes.
we're not just saying that, it was very
It
fun.
was.
Very
Yeah.
informative.
We totally agree with you,
It-
Craig.
Yeah. It's
It was
such
good.
talent, like,
It is.
Thank you, Megan.
So many.
You are
Yeah,
welcome.
thanks, Megan.
Updates.
All right. Any other questions about that? All right, then let's talk about the board meeting self-review report.
All right, board members, the results are in of your self-assessment, and you can see it here on the screen, but I also put a copy at your
Oh, good.
spot, so I'd prefer that you look at that and we can make eye contact with one another and not the screen. I'll highlight a few things and we'll have some conversation. So overall, continued positive results when you talk about agendas being timely and realistic, and some nice growth in some of those areas too, and some areas of improvement needed. But for overall, this is one of the highlights, this first category of agendas. Same thing with the board packets, very strong. You're saying we're getting the information that we need. They provide what we need and they're timely. Participants, the right people being here, another resounding 100%. Talking about administrators who are present, adequately prepared, a slight decrease from 100% to 80%. So I apologize if that's about me. The stakeholder input, I highlighted, oh, I should be scrolling, sorry, viewers. Oh, it's not letting me scroll. I highlighted this one at 60% because even though 60% saying that that's fully achieved is still pretty high, it was 100. So this is the district provided appropriate opportunities for stakeholder input into key decisions that were before the board during the meetings. So that decreased there. So that may be something that we want to talk about a little bit more. Let me I'm going to see if it'll allow me. There we go. District goals and priorities, another strong area that our meetings focused on the district goals and strategic priorities, at least a portion of it. Recognizing staff, students, and our community, another area of strength, but a slight decrease from 80% to 60%, something we could talk about. You're saying we're not really focusing on non-critical details and issues, so getting less stuck in management, we're focusing on the right things. An opportunity to discuss things before deciding, felt like that was another area of strength. The length, I did point out that the right amount of time was spent on various agenda items. That increased from 40% in October to 80%. And a reminder, that was one of our areas of growth, and we started the time limits. And that seems to be going very well according to all of you. And backside, public comment, rocking that, plenty of opportunities, used appropriately. Participants, you are finding yourselves to be respectful and professional. So 100%. Again, the minutes reflecting the emotions, another area of strength. Consent agenda minutes, feeling like those are sufficient for you to do the tasks. And then when necessary, we're following up. Administration is following up. Some of the themes about, you said that there's strong preparation and organization of the materials, feeling that respectful culture and very collaborative. In terms of areas of growth, this is 20% indicate partially achieved, or less than 50% indicate fully achieved. And there was really only one area that met that criteria. By the way, that is arbitrary criteria that I've picked out, but it's been consistent the whole time we've done this. Board members being sufficiently prepared for meetings in advance, reviewing materials, seeking clarification from administration. Now, this came up before. This was an issue we discussed before, and we even had a decrease. At that time, we defined, which you can see on this document, what does it mean to be prepared? So that may be something to discuss. When your themes from your comments, most of you said, I think we're doing pretty well, no significant themes. There was a comment about making sure we stay focused and avoid the chasing squirrels. And just noted that sometimes the meetings are an hour and sometimes they're 3 hours. So the more we could balance that out, and I think that is something we can work on. Right now, Angie and I are working on looking at when our annual reports come up from different groups, and maybe we could stagger those a little bit to make sure it's a little more balanced in terms of the length of time. So, with that being said, that's the quick overview. I open it up for discussion. What would you like to discuss? Ideas for growth? How can you get better? Any noticings? Any pats on the back? Any concerns?
Well, I mean, I think overall, as a board, we work very well together. We've talked about it at length in various meetings that we are all very respectful of each other and enjoy working together in a collaborative and respectful sense. But getting more to like the recognition piece, you know, we get this wonderful high school report, which is fantastic. We got the Indian Mound report video, which was adorable. But maybe we could start instituting like a snaps for student or a snaps for staff. Yes, I love Legally Blonde. Or they get like a little shout out. And I know we used to do that, where it was like a staff spotlight or something like that. But maybe if we started doing that weekly, like maybe one student from every school and then a staff member. And it necessarily wouldn't have to come from us, but it could be something nominated, you know, confidentially. That might be something fun. So snaps.
Good idea. I like
Good
that.
idea.
Snaps.
Yeah. I think this was,
Huh?
Fun is good.
Fun is good.
fun is good, for sure. Yeah, I think this one, we had put down as one of our goals overall. And so what I have found helpful is being at those events, like
Yeah.
before when we weren't doing as much community engagement, it was harder to be out seeing those things, right? And it's a little different than yours because this would be based on our own observations. Your idea sounds like it could be our own and nominated or things sent to us. So I think it's just something that we continue to work on, the ones for our own observations, you know, I try to think of that when I'm at the events, like what did I notice about, you know, that I really would want to share, that I would want people who aren't at the events to know about. So I think that's helpful.
I think these, you know, I don't know how much better most of them can get, because
Yeah.
the 80% is just one,
Right.
you know?
It's true.
So,
Who was the one? I'm just
well,
kidding.
that's
And
neither
also,
here nor there.
and to your point, I think what is the next step down? It's not fully achieved, but it's like mostly achieved. And I imagine that's probably where if we're at 80% on here, that means 4 of us said it was fully achieved and one of us.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
You know, so
Yeah.
it's like, it's also relative.
Yeah.
It is.
So that's a good point, Craig.
And recognition is hard.
It's true, it is. It is.
You know,
Yeah.
it's this concept that in your head, it should be easy. It's great to go tell people, you know, how fantastic they are and all the good things that they're doing, that they're appreciated. And I do think we try to do that,
Yeah.
you know, and it's really tough to put your finger on because staff, some need that, you know, recognition and just, they gotta stick to it, where others just kinda, oof, this is what I do, that, don't bother me, this is my jam, you know? But recognition has been one that every board for the
Right.
last 5 or 6 has
Right,
struggled with.
yeah.
I think we do an amazing job, actually, with recognition. I don't know much more you can do. I mean, I hate to say it, as a teacher, you're just in there, and there's certain staff who are in a position where they're gonna have recognition. It's just, it's there. And a lot of the stuff is just kind of nitty-gritty, and you just gotta roll up your sleeves and do the work. And there's not necessarily even fun, but the result, or the reward is in the results that you get. And I don't know how you can, that's one reason why I'm lucky, because I can go and visit the schools, and I just try to, I don't really go into classes at all, but I mean, you just see the kids are engaged.
Yeah. Oh,
And that's
no
about
doubt.
all you can do, and just thank them for what they're doing, because they're working their tails off.
Just to totally out myself on answering that question. I think I got stuck on the or community members piece. So,
Yeah.
like, I think we do a really good job of students and staff. And I struggled with how we define like community members and how that relates to,
Which one is that?
still under
Yeah.
recognition.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Just recognizing community members, because it says student, staff, and/or
And-
community.
that's
True,
Okay.
yeah,
because
that's
I think
true.
we do a great job with students and staff when we do kudos, when we go through weekly reports and things. That was just me struggling with maybe just an understanding of what we mean when we want to give recognition for community members. Is it, you know, having, like in your business report, Megan, like having, mentioning like Megan Chen and her activities, and like, does that count? Do we,
Sure.
what does that look
think it
like?
does.
So,
Yeah, I
I
would
don't
say
know.
that counts, for sure.
okay,
Yeah.
Yep, counts 2.3 points.
okay.
But I think it does count, but maybe we could, pause. Like a thank
Yeah.
you,
Like
want to
make- yeah,
specifically
yeah, yeah.
recognize, make
Yeah.
it more
Right. Mm-hmm.
direct.
Yep, okay.
Yeah, maybe,
Yeah, that's good.
yeah, maybe more direct.
Well, and
But now
then-
that I know that's kind of what we're looking for and defining it as, then you come up with more things in your mind. But anyway,
Yeah. No, that's great. That's why it's important that we talk about it. Well, we do have a work session coming up in April. So I wonder if we want to explore your idea, Megan, we can work on what that looks like. The snaps.
I don't know, like, I was just like, oh, snaps for students, snaps for staff.
Yeah. I mean, for
I like
real,
it.
like, let's
That's why
just
you're
talk about it
marketing.
at our
That's why
work
you're
session.
marketing.
That's why I'm in marketing.
That's right. And that is a big part of, a school district and
Yeah.
I wonder if that's trademarked.
oh,
Sorry.
snaps for students.
No, just the snaps. Have you seen
Oh.
Legally Blonde?
Yeah.
Okay, they do the snaps. Yes.
Yeah,
Squirrels.
sounds good.
Let's see, other areas. The district provided appropriate opportunities for stakeholder input into key decisions. That was one area. Is there any discussion on that one? I felt like we did a pretty good job of this, and
I keep rolling back to the referendum, and there could hardly be no more community engagement or stakeholder engagement than there was in that 6 months.
That's true.
So that always pops up in my head where, oh man, we were begging stakeholders to come in and talk to us.
That's true.
We went out to try to be every place where they were, to very mixed results.
Yep.
And that may be why there's a slight decrease in that, just that we're not in the referendum pitch
Yep.
right now.
Aaron, you were mentioning other school boards, and I guess it was you and Megan. I think it was you, Megan. You just said the other boards were like amazed what we're doing.
Yeah, I think it was
the-
Meredith.
Oh, it was
yeah.
you, Meredith. I'm
Yeah, at
sorry.
the
At the consortium.
Greater
Yeah.
Dane County School Governance Consortium.
Yeah.
It's like, I think we do an amazing job, so.
Yeah, and maybe there just haven't been decisions that would have required more stakeholder input. I mean, certainly we've
Yeah.
been trying to organize our decisions in that kind of cadence of like, present the information.
Yeah.
Give, wait the
for
2 weeks
feedback.
between another board meeting before we take action on it, so that's,
Yeah.
that I think, I appreciate that, so, okay.
You're thoughtful,
Yeah, right?
Wonderful.
I think.
All right. And then board meeting preparation.
Yeah, that,
I wonder if if it decreased somewhat because we've now defined, like it was last time that we defined what it meant, so now we know, and now, do we feel like we're doing these things? Do we feel like we're not doing these things?
I'm trying to remember when I filled mine out. My feeling is always, I could probably do more.
Yeah.
And that's how I guess I can't give it a highest, but
I mean, that's probably always true.
Yes.
Regardless of. how
Yeah,
many,
exactly. I mean,
But,
What if we started doing like pop quizzes on the
For sure.
McFarland minutes? You know,
I think
For
that's
I do
a
love
great
those.
idea.
That would be fabulous.
I think that would be wonderful.
random like a Kahoot.
do
But
we
could
get,
you
do we
like
get
say,
notes?
okay, in the McFarland minutes, look
Yeah.
for this?
Right.
You know, it's
Do we
like an
get a
open
chance for
book
extra
pop
credit,
quiz.
though?
Well, that would help.
Do we get notes? I don't know. The last time I took tests, we always got notes.
No, I'm gonna.
Can I
just
use my
come up to you
graphing
next time I
calculator and
see
put the
you.
notes in there?
I mean, the other thing is that's checking the email. That
Mm-hmm.
might be the one that I think
Yeah.
I noticed that not everybody checks their email
I'm
as
guilty of
regularly.
that. I don't check the email every day. I don't.
Oh, those
Thank you for
pushed
being
my
honest
phone.
with us.
Yeah, I'm being Craig's, but it's not an every day, but it's for sure an every like other day.
That's what it says.
Well, that's what it says.
So like
Every
trying
Yep.
to,
Without an end of
some weeks are
parentheses.
busier than others, and I will admit that sometimes slides a little bit, but
Well, and we
So
get,
maybe just
we
being
get a
more-
fair amount of email. I mean, I mean, my strategy has been, you know, like at least scan the email once a
Yeah.
day, the inbox, see what kind, you know, if there are communications directly to us, then it might be, you know, might be different, but yeah. Okay.
I will tell you that as board president, you do get a lot more email.
True. Yes.
You
I-
probably notice a significant difference.
I do. Being, you know, board member to board president, that is true. I do get a lot more. So I do check it every day, but I wouldn't have felt that was the case, that I needed to do that before. Yeah. Okay,
so maybe we're just hard on it ourselves.
perhaps,
Check.
perhaps. Okay.
Sounds good.
Anything else about our self-results?
A call out, and maybe it's just what I noticed, like the consent agenda.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we do a really good job with that now, and I don't know if it's maybe not reflected in the percentage again. But I think we've done a really good job with that.
In what way?
Calling out
Oh,
if we want to take anything out of the
Yeah,
consent
yeah.
agenda
Got
to
it.
talk about. I appreciate the consistency we're doing that now.
got it. Okay, great. All right, let's just highlight, let's end on a good note. Appropriate length. The right amount of time was spent on various agenda items. It was 40% in October, 80% now. That's a big jump.
It's a big
It
jump.
is.
Nice job. Okay.
And I just want to let you know you're doing great on time.
Okay.
Oh, great.
We're doing great on time for this part.
Love it.
Great. Okay. All right, if nothing else there, we can move on to the district administrator's report.
Excellent.
Okay.
We will start with some recognitions. Oh, that's not the one I want to start with. All right, so you've got the
Spoiler
fifth
alert.
graders here at Wabisa, also known as Wabasa, where they are caring for the prairie. Look at, and we have community volunteers that are helping out. They harvest seeds and get rid of those invasive plants that continue to invade us.
good luck.
That's a
Yeah,
big
right?
deal.
Never-ending process, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So just a neat activity, a reminder about our outdoor education. Here's our eighth graders. Just a reminder, our middle schoolers like to have fun outside, making a giant snowball.
Yeah.
I think look at the size of that, well, you can almost see it amongst the youth.
Oh,
But
yeah,
that's
it's like
cool.
hiding under there.
Yeah.
Ooh. That's impressive.
That's good. Yeah, and the reinforcement is just to have fun. Our students do know how to play.
Good.
Beautiful.
The prosthetic arm design challenge here amongst our sixth graders. So had two McFarland grads come in and help with this project,
Cool.
bringing science alive. Speaking of science, the Regional Science Bowl with the middle school teams participating in that. Another successful experience for them. It's pretty crazy. They have to answer really, really hard questions very, very quickly.
Oh, wow.
It's kind of high pressure go time. So
Jeez.
thank you to them and the leadership from Mary Donegan.
She's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Here's some more sixth grade. We're looking at the properties of sound through hands-on investigations, vibration, pitch, and volume. That's a unit they've been doing for a long time and perfecting at the middle school, the sound unit. And the high school, Model UN, with their big Chicago trip. Very exciting. I heard wonderful things from them about the experience. Youth Art Month, the opening is this Thursday, if you can make it, from 5:30 to 7. So they'll have the display, of course, which is up in the library, but then they also have the event with performances from our musical people. So you'll have, typically they have some choir and orchestra that, students that perform. If you can make it this Thursday. DECA, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look at those
Yep.
gold certified.
That's pretty
It
cool.
sounds so cool to say you're gold certified,
Mm-hmm.
right?
And the process is very rigorous.
It is, yeah, there's all this criteria and you have to put together your portfolio.
Mm-hmm. I think that's what they gave us their portfolio for, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. Of course, we mentioned this, or Dean mentioned this, about Coach Brzezinski being recognized as Coach of the Year for Division II, Section 4. And they had a great season, almost made it back to state.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They all look so good in that picture, like with the,
Yeah,
I don't know, just,
I
it's
love
very sharp.
hockey.
Mm-hmm.
I was
Hockey's a
looking forward to
great
seeing the
thing.
blonde hair
Yeah, that
You
was
know?
fun at
Oh,
state,
yeah, last year.
last year.
That's true.
It is School Social Worker Week this
Woohoo.
week, so recognize our amazing school social workers who are the bridge between our school, home, and families. Do an excellent job. We're so grateful for the 4 of them. And why not? Let's recognize our buses, right? It was Wisconsin Bus Appreciation Week, and such a great picture of a few of our many drivers, and Jeff Mahoney and Carrie Roberts put together some packages for them to thank them, and just really proud of our bus company and grateful for all of them, and wanted to thank them for driving for us. Oh, here's the out and about pictures for Adult Crossing Guard Appreciation Week. What great weather we had. It was so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
But appreciate Chief for being out there with me and doing some recognition, and Ben for capturing the candid moments. All right, okay, and then Okay, other things going on around, some other recognitions. We had the McFarland Schools Equity Collective met, and we went to the Unjust Deeds exhibit at the library and had a great discussion about that. So thank you to Meredith and Megan who were able to join us.
Yes.
Really good conversation and thoughtful people. If you, I guess the display's gone now.
It's gone.
That's true.
There's
Which,
a-
just in time for Youth Art Month.
But there's a link, I think, in the lookout email or something to the video from
Yes.
the community presentation. I
Yeah,
think.
so if you would like to, thank you for that. If you would like to view the community presentation from Rick Bernstein, I feel like it's Rick, I was
It is right.
sure, it is, yeah. Did a great presentation at the library. I watched it this weekend, very informative. You will spot a board member, Bruce Fisher, there in the crowd, on camera.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, it's
It was
really
well
done. We also had the high school jazz ensemble, and middle school jazz ensemble concert. Didn't get to go to that. It's always my favorite concert. It's one of the things about being a principal. Love that jazz concert. Except I get a little, you can't sit still when you're listening to that jazz ensemble.
Nope.
Whew, good stuff. Kindergarten orientations have been going on. You saw the Unity Summit, which was really great. I didn't know we call it WAMU, but now I'm calling it WAMU.
Whammo.
The We Are Many United Against Hate. And I know I think Bruce was there a little bit. I was there for a while. That was last Thursday morning day. So we host the large schools division. We're a large school here. So I felt like there were 8 schools. That's the number that's in my head that came and joined with their student equity leaders and had a great presenter to start, and a very powerful day. And emceed by 3 of our students who are seniors. So,
Nice.
Wow.
yes, one of whom will be recognized as an Optimist Student of the Month tomorrow morning. And we had the Anxious Generation Community Event, the second one of those. And this one was a little better attended than the first one, and which was on a Saturday. So we had 24 people that were there, and great conversation. People are already mobilizing to get together for the wait until 8th about not giving your kids a smartphone until after 8th grade.
Yeah, I saw that on the community page.
So some good activity, good energy. Thank you to the library for your partnership in that. We did some reflecting on it today as a planning team, and we'll be sending some follow-ups out to those that attended, as well as staff and families. I mentioned that. Family Fun Night, I heard it was great, over 550 attendees.
It was
Wow.
really, really good.
Like, we don't have enough parking for that.
It was packed.
It's packed.
Yeah, it was incredible. That was gonna be one of my things that I noted, because Luke and I did volunteered for part of one of the sections, oh my gosh, obstacle course mini golf robot. Words are very hard today. I'm sorry, public, very sorry. And that was so impressive. So they were all like mini golf obstacles built by Kylie Ogodogu.
Ogodogu.
Yes. Dang it. Okay. Sorry, Kylie. But she was explaining how the 8th graders built these like using coding, and so they built like cardboard structures and then used some of the machines to create moving parts, flashing lights, timed things. Like, it was so impressive, and I just thought, oh my gosh, we've got students, and it was so it was popular the whole time. And it was really, we just have some really great things happening at the middle school specifically, but you could tell it really engaged the students who worked on that project. So
I love
it
that.
was fun watching the kids mini golf.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This past weekend was the orchestra string fling. So they're there all day at the middle school and then perform a concert in the evening. We have a special donation to recognize. This is my first as superintendent, maybe not the first in the district. But Cliff, and I think you'd say it, Michalski, donated a 1997 John Deere utility tractor with a loader to the tech ed department.
Oh, fun.
How great is that?
That's a big one.
That
Wow.
He
is
went here.
Very thoughtful.
He was a student here,
Oh, yeah?
I believe, yeah. I know I had him in 7th or 8th
Nice.
grade.
He was a runner, wasn't he?
I don't remember. That wasn't coaching track at that point, but I don't remember that. But anyway,
Well, that's
Wow.
he was a real nice, he was a very nice kid.
One of my younger brothers.
Yeah.
wonderful.
That's
Wow.
So
awesome.
appreciate
That's cool.
that. I also want to give a shout out. So the high school has the Equity Coalition, right, which is a super group of students from the different equity groups and clubs, and they come together and meet periodically doing some problem solving. This one was about like hate speech and how to respond to hate speech, and if you use a slur but you're a member of that protected class, what should the consequences be? And really struggled with it, but what was really cool was that we had a village trustee, so Miguel Pena, joined, and so did the village administrator, Matt Schenke, to talk about them, their role, the DEI committee, the village DEI committee, and kind of learn from the students. So it's very nice. They made that
Cool.
extra effort to do that.
Yeah,
So thank you to them. We're recognizing the community.
Yeah.
yeah, there you go.
Got it, check.
Pause for effect.
Cause for effect.
Economic, why did I say economic? The educational support, I think that's what ESS stands for. But anyway, the sub thing, the company that we work with for our subs, had their first semester report. So, well, through December. And so, last year, from September to December, our fill rate, so how many we need a subs were filled, was 90%.
Which is really
Last
good.
year. This year, 99%.
That's
Snap.
awesome.
99%. The key for that has been our building subs, because they can fill in those last minute ones. So those are
Yes.
people who are, every day they're coming. They don't know what they're doing, but they know they're coming. So that's been great. We have 28 new subs so far this year. The principal survey conducted was an average of 4.5 out of 5 rating. So principals are happy. And other things at work is our pay is very competitive with the area. Our subs feel welcome. Our staff, and especially our administrative assistants, do a great job. Sam, as the coordinator, Pruden does a great job. Carrie Roberts provides great leadership. So we're just really, really pleased with that. One of the things that Sam has started is a sub shadow program. So when you're a new sub, you get to go, you get a tour of the building, get to kind of see somebody subbing for a couple of hours.
That's a good
so it's
idea.
been good.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Very good. I was able to participate in the Destination Career Academy capstone presentation. So it's kind of their senior exit interview done virtually. So I was able to participate in 4 of those. And it's really interesting to hear about people's journeys, how they got to where they are and where they're planning to go next. Some have like, I'm going here, I'm doing this, and some are like, I'm going to start here, and then we're going to see where it goes. But very positive experiences that they've shared about their transition into virtual learning and how they feel it's prepared them for the next steps in their life.
Yeah, I did one of those. Angie helped me kind of.
Good.
I had, for some reason, my first one never worked out. I have no idea what happened. But they told me later it was probably their end that screwed up. But it was fun. It was very interesting listening to the
That's
students.
wonderful. That's wonderful.
Cool.
All right, the equity, we had an equity student panel. I don't think I've talked to you about that. I put this in the minutes. She's gonna go find out what that weird smell is.
Yeah.
The
Okay,
teacher study
okay.
group.
I was wondering. I was like, it
Had
smells
an
like campfire.
equity student panel that was really interesting. I know I put it in the minutes, which you all read.
Yes.
But these were student leaders that spoke to our teacher study group about things that they are, would recommend for us. Overall, they had extremely positive things to say, and they were being sincere about it. At first, I was like, are you just saying that because you want to make us feel good? But no, they were very specific. Things like they're seeing representation in their curriculum, teachers using their correct pronunciation of their names.
Amazing.
Pronouns, those things really matter. All the clubs, all the opportunities to get involved. They actually said, if you're not involved, it's a choice, because there's so many opportunities. Like they said, you can just email Mr. T and he gets back to you. So I thought that was really nice. But very good. Some things that they said, there's continues to be work on students saying, oh, I was just joking when I said this. That's kind of the fallback. So, it's kind of I've always said if I had a good marketing plan, it would be some things are never funny. To have that's very true. But more student voice, continuing the community partnerships that are being built. So they're very positive. Another thing I wanted to mention is Paul Ackley sent me a list of state champions for athletics. It was a very interesting list. We've had a total of 116 total state champions.
Teams.
58 of which are for boys swimming. 18 team championships, but 116 total champions. So if you won an event, like as
Okay.
a swimmer, you would count.
State champion.
But
Yeah.
58 of our 116 are for boys swimming.
Wow.
Clearly, that's
Yeah,
a
that's
straight.
a
But I thought
strong-
it was interesting.
And
That's
generally
very
speaking,
interesting.
it's 3 families,
Yeah,
you know, kind of 3 different
sets.
sets of families that were remarkable.
Yeah.
Swimmers, and then all of a sudden the program, the Sharks has got 4,000 kids in it,
Yeah.
you know, and it's just a great feeder program for our high school.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've all walked past the trophy cases down by the pool. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
They're
I
packed.
mean, that is pretty impressive.
It is, and
Yeah.
I think, I was talking to a few people about this, and to what do we attribute this, actually to some of you, this success, especially in swimming, and it's really been the coaches. It is a legacy of coaches, with Nick Weiss and then those that have learned under those coaches becoming the coaches, right? So it's this culture that just continues. And
Brandon
continues to be
O'Donnell is
fostered.
Wow.
he was one of the swimmers,
Yep.
you know, that won state championships, and now he's the head coach for the boys.
So that's
It's remarkable.
Wow.
It's,
Great.
I mean, just get out of their way.
Right.
good stuff.
What time frame does that cover?
1960 something.
Okay, so like our whole, like,
66,
our history.
67.
Yeah.
okay,
Yep.
yeah, that's incredible.
Um,
That's a good. report.
Wanted to share some things coming up. March is Women's History Month. So this is the month that we celebrate all the amazing women who have done incredible things to make this world a better place. So let's learn and appreciate their inspiring stories, including our
There's a lot of women.
gold medal women
We're coming for it.
USA hockey team.
True.
Youth Art Month is here, and we mentioned that, so you're gonna take advantage of that. It's also Music in Our Schools Month. So very appropriately, they'll be at Youth Art Month, so celebrating our amazing music program. I mentioned School Social Workers Week. It is also National School Breakfast Week, so we have an amazing school breakfast, and many take advantage of that. The, let's see, the 3rd, so that's tomorrow is the first grade music program, followed by Wednesday is Casimir Pulaski Day, recognized for bringing order to our American cavalry. This is just off the top of my head. Using modern-day trading methods and establishing the necessity of an independent cavalry during the Revolutionary War.
He was in Rhode Island, much of it. where I
Yeah.
grew up.
Fun fact. Rhode
Classic
Island.
State Park.
Wow, cool.
And yes, that is one of the days that we choose to recognize because it's important and the state has decided such. 4K orientation is also coming up. Crazy. It's always exciting to see them. Staff Development Day on Friday. Next, let's see, Sunday is International Women's Day as part of Women's History Month. We have conferences at Wabisa next week, ACT for juniors on the 10th, high school conference night on the 11th. Also that night is the McFarland Schools Equity Collective, where we're gonna have Officer Towns come and speak at 6 o'clock, if you'd like to join there at the Wabisa Multipurpose Room. 2nd grade music program on the 12th, 5th grade kindness retreat on the 12th. Also on the 12th, Wabisa-related arts night.
I'm sorry, I
It
feel like
says
this is my
WIS,
influence.
so,
I'm really sorry.
Yeah. And that evening is candidate meet and greet
Oh,
at the
yeah.
Municipal
Yes.
Center.
What
Feel
day
like
is
it's
that
at
again?
The 12th.
The 12th?
Feel like it's at 6. Maybe I better look that up. 6 or 6:30. That weekend of the 14th, that Saturday, is the Solon Ensemble, and then we're back here on the 16th.
McFarland
solo
businesses,
and
get ready for
ensemble.
business. Get ready
Solo
for an
ensemble
influx.
is huge,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big event.
huge.
So please, local
I would imagine
businesses,
that-
you're welcome.
Can I just
Kroger's,
mention the fact that
McDonald's.
you and Angie put out the newsletter
Yes.
today? We sent it out this morning,
Yep.
right? And I thought it was outstanding. Can I ask both of you, One of the questions you talked about as I was going through it, it talked about, things that the community might be interested in doing here. And I thought it might not be a bad idea for us what are some of those things? Because I'd like to share with some of my friends in the community. What are some of the things that we'd like, perhaps seniors or others, to engage in our schools?
I would say the biggest thing is, there's two things: adult education,
Okay,
so the courses that are offered
Yep.
through NRAP,
yeah,
as well as like the fitness classes in the pool.
Okay.
So those two, and then everything at the PAC. So Shrek is coming up,
okay.
that would be a great
And
opportunity.
the Wabisa Wetlands, which is
Yep,
gonna be free.
Wabisa Wetlands, which
That's
is
an
coming up
amazing film if you haven't seen it,
in April.
yeah. And
It's-
it's free,
It is free.
yeah.
It is free.
We
yeah.
did that at our church free, and we ended up getting a lot of money for this young, this filmmaker. And Cal DeWitt, his grandfather was such an important person at the university, and, well, still is. I guess he's emeritus professor, but he's also in Dane County, excuse
Yeah.
me, at Town of Dunn, excuse me. He's,
Yeah, if
very-
when is that again? April?
April 6th, I believe. It's a Saturday.
So it really is a
It's
well-done
amazing.
documentary about the Wabisa wetlands. And I would say that what really shocked me about it is how visually, like the filmography of it or something, the cinematography.
Yes, that's what it
Is amazing, and that is on my little monitor, so to see it in the PAC is
Oh, it's
gonna
gonna be fabulous in that
Wow.
thing.
powerful.
It
Like,
is.
it's really cool. You feel like you're going on this journey
Yeah, the
through
canoe
the
and
secret land.
having beavers slapping their tails in the middle of the night. This kid is out there. It's just, it's incredible, the story
Wow,
and the
cool.
movie itself.
Did you look that up, Angie?
Nope, sorry, I was
Okay.
typing.
I heard
Somehow I think it's,
glittering over there, so I'm gonna tell you the day,
Yeah.
for sure. It is April 9th,
9th, sorry, upside down 6.
Thursday. And it's free,
Thursday?
however, yep.
Yeah, it's
Oh, it
during
is,
the
okay,
week, yeah.
Yep.
sorry.
There is an expense to show it.
Yeah,
So the McFarland Education Foundation and the Lake Wabisa Conservation Association are fronting the funds. So hopefully people will donate to offset those costs for them, and we're hosting free of charge.
it's an amazing
Nice.
film.
So, yeah.
Sounds great.
If you don't mind, I'm going to give one other shout out to, I happened to visit the Wabisa Intermediate School, and Corey Shefchak, I said I'd probably come by about 10. He says, if you come at 9:30, I'm trying to remember the date, it would have been a week ago last Thursday, I was able to take part in a medical hold, a drill. And I was so impressed with not only Corey, but the teachers that took a part in it. Officer Clement was there, and just the way they handled it. And one of the things that was really cool, and I think should be very reassuring, the kids handle it so well. I was thinking, how are they going to handle this thing? But it was done so well, and it was just really just zip, 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 and I was so impressed with everybody there. So that was a real treat to see that.
Nice.
Wonderful. Any other recognitions?
I've got one. There was, it kind of in the same genre of safety. I wanted to shout out, like, social studies department at Indian Mound, student, like, it's basically civic engagement, and then it acts as a really good example of collaboration between the school district, Mike Clements, and the police department. I received a letter from a social studies student. This was part of, like, advocating. He had observed that there was a lot more, like, cars honking or safety, like, close calls at the bottom of the IMMS driveway. And he noticed this and wrote a letter as part of the social studies project, but also got a petition, like, people at the school signed a petition, like, yes, please have the school district look at this this safety concern that I think is happening. And so, I got the letter and I was like, okay, let's find out more about this. And so essentially Jeff Mahoney contacted Mike Clements and it's a sidewalk, so it's not really the school district's purview. So that was one learning I had. That is the police department. And so what we learned is that it was that sidewalk that was added last summer as part of the Exchange Street project.
Yeah.
So it wasn't part of the safety study that was like the most recent one that was done. And so Mike Clements and the police department studied that for a little while and then ultimately decided, yeah, there's some added risk here because of this new sidewalk, and we're going to add some signage to be careful of more, this is a crosswalk, be careful of students crossing and all of that. And so when you see that extra little sign at the bottom of the IMS driveway, you can thank your students and your social studies teachers and your police department, because that was a fun collaboration. So
Civic engagement.
civic engagement.
Good
So,
stuff.
yeah, so thank you all for your parts in that. That's all I got.
Beautiful. We're way over time.
Yes,
We are way over
I
time.
didn't want to say anything.
Got it.
Oh,
But you know it's important.
oh, no.
It is
I was
important.
gonna
It is
say.
But I
important.
mean,
That's how you
I can roll
recognize.
through.
It's true. I'm counting on that. All right, so are we ready for some action items?
Yep.
Ready
do
for
it.
action.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Okay, so we have action on some first readings of policies, and I would entertain a motion on that, if someone's willing to read out all of those.
I move to approve the first reading of the following policies as recommended by administration. 0100 definition, 0144.5 board member behavior communications and code of conduct, 1210 board dash district administrator relationship, 1230.01 development administrative guidelines, 1240 evaluation of the district administrator, 2131.01 reading instructional goals in kindergarten assessment, 5112 entrance age, 5411 third grade promotion and retention at-risk students, 5515 student use of parking and motor vehicles, 3430 long-term leaves of absences, 4430 long-term leaves of absence, 8600 transportation.
I'll second that motion.
Excellent.
I gave you back 5 minutes, okay.
All righty. So before we take action on that, typically, just a reminder, we typically go through policy by policy and talk about anything that we might have questions about or that we noticed. So let's start with that. We'll just go in order here in the policy 100. Definitions. Anything there?
Yeah,
Alright.
but one thing I was just say, is there any reason why we don't just put down where it's district administrator and just put down that it's also superintendent? Is there really they do it the other way around. I know you get the superintendent at the end, but I just feel like saying,
Yeah, technically, I think officially it is district administrator. The superintendent is more of a informal title
Okay.
that we use as a district.
Yep.
So
Do
I think
people-
the
do people know
policies
that?
are, maybe. I think all of our policies are district administrator. We
Okay.
could stop using the term
no, I just thought,
superintendent if we'd like, you know.
I think it just
Mhm.
flows.
we use the superintendent so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Superintendent, other district administrator.
So you're saying because it's in the definitions, district administrator is called out
What's up,
and
soup?
superintendent is also
Yeah,
defined?
It's kind of synonymous.
And so, yeah, it's true, but but to Aaron's point, we don't use it, like, they're interchangeable and you see them in different places, so I think
Okay.
I think that's why they define them. But yeah, you would think that it could just be combined. That's a good point. Anything else on that one? All righty. Policy 144.5. And that one we just reviewed in October as well.
Board member behavior, communications, and code of conduct.
Yes. Anything on that?
No. It seemed
Yeah.
mostly, I'm not gonna find my word. Continue.
Grammatical.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yep.
Yeah, some grammatical clarity
Yeah.
Yes.
changes.
All right. right, board district administrator relationship. Anything here? This was again, like some technical updates,
Yeah.
matching the definitions. I appreciated that it calls out the annual evaluations. And I am, this last one, this was revised last in 2021, or updated last in 2021, and then before that, it was 2018. And as I understand it, we've just been doing them since Aaron started. So
That's true.
I'm grateful that we have
Yes.
made the commitment to be doing that annually. It's so much better for the growth of both the district and the administrator. All right, any others on that one? Okay, development of administrative guidelines. This one was adopted in 2012, but there wasn't much changed, and I think it still applies very well.
Yeah.
Okay. Evaluation of the district administrator.
There is a spelling error on it.
Where might that be?
If you go down to the bottom of page 1 of that policy, determine letter B at the very bottom. It should be performance-based incentives and not
performance.
performance.
Not performance, that's
Oh,
true.
Yeah, you're right.
Good
I
job.
totally just like, when you just see it, read it,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, your brain just,
just adds it
Yeah.
in. Good catch.
What's it supposed to be?
Performance,
Just-
they
there's-
forgot the N.
Forgot an N.
Oh. I was like, how your brain just fills it in.
I can see
Right,
spelling errors a
exactly.
mile away.
I bet you can't.
in the first, let's see, I guess it's the second paragraph where it says the board shall periodically evaluate, and then it has A, B, and C. I wondered if, like that's what the evaluations should include, and B says the working relationship between the board and the district administrator. Do we actually evaluate that? Like, the other parts we do, like we evaluate how we work as a board, we evaluate the district administrator, but I don't know that we actually evaluate our working relationship together. Is there anything that we currently do that,
And it is included in the standards.
so then maybe we do, but I feel like, I don't know that we've had a ton of conversations directly about that.
Do you think some of it gets captured in our self-evaluations?
I was just gonna say.
Because the questions refer to like contact between the two groups, maybe?
Yeah, I was,
But not, I wouldn't say like there's one question we all ask like explicitly, but more of like an inferred evaluation.
yeah, I don't know.
Communications, part of the standards. I'd have to look at them again.
I think just as we keep it in mind, like, I don't think we have to make any changes, but I just thought,
Okay.
I think we do a really great job in all of our evaluation processes. But I wonder if there might be something more direct about that.
Is that something we can talk through in our April session when we talk about some of the self-evaluation
Yeah.
opportunities, maybe?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I don't know,
Okay.
just thought,
Mm-hmm.
since it's a working session. Working, okay, sorry,
Yeah,
I tried.
okay. That's great. Anything else on that one? Okay. Reading instructional goals and kindergarten assessment.
This is one of those Act 20 related
Right,
That's what I was,
changes from the law.
yep, okay.
yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just scrolling to get to the next one on my
That's
notes here.
fine.
All right, next one, entrance age. I mean, that one we also just reviewed, so that's some
Right.
technical updates there.
Mhm.
Verification of age. Third grade promotion and retention for at-risk students. Also recently reviewed.
Yep.
Right,
Also related to Act 20.
yeah.
Yep, okay. All right. Student use of motor vehicles. This one was last revised in 2016, so updated for,
There's another spelling error on that too.
Oh, yeah?
Under 5515, it says the board will permit the operation and parking of motor vehicles on district property.
oh, that's
Priority.
true. Priority.
Thank you.
You're
Mhm.
welcome.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
And that's it for that packet. Should we move on to the district-initiated ones?
Sure.
Okay. So the first one, long-term leaves of absence.
Yeah, these
This is-
first two, so one is, the first one is, is this- yeah,
Rescinded?
certified
Resi-
staff,
yeah.
and then the second one is support staff, I believe.
Yep.
They are, we're proposing rescinding these because they are covered in the employee handbook.
Mhm.
And it allows us more flexibility to change them
Yep.
with
That
your,
makes
in
sense.
collaboration with the Employee Relations Committee.
I
Yes.
agree.
Any questions about that?
No.
No.
Okay. Transportation.
So this is just some clarification on the walk language about the closest traveled route. It's more specifically, when you're looking at when transportation will be provided, it's really what the route that students would walk, which may not be the same as if you were driving a car. So it's sort of like the most traveled walking distance. So we did some clarification there. And then also remove some of the language about parent drop-off or drop-off loop, which is the door.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's not
Yep.
about the loop, it's about the door.
Yep.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So
Yep.
largely technical, but
Yep.
Good clarification points.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I believe that was all of them,
Yeah.
correct? Any other further discussion or changes, updates? Okay, so then I would look for all those in favor to signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries, 5-0. And then I would look for a motion on action on recommended WEVA, DCA, and Insight School of Wisconsin student transfers to resident districts due to lack of engagement.
I move to approve the WEVA Destinations Career Academy and Insight School of Wisconsin recommended student transfers back to their resident districts due to the lack of engagement.
I second.
Okay, thank you. Any discussion?
There's only one page.
There's only one page, it's getting a little longer. I was actually surprised to see so many Madison school districts
Hmm.
on here. Because we usually don't see that many.
Yeah, that's true.
And they spelled Wausau wrong. Just throwing that
On
out
theme
there.
for
it's
tonight?
important.
And we do have a handful of kindergartners, first, second. And once again, it's always disheartening to see that, parents didn't attend the admin conference.
Mhm.
But, hopefully they find their home back in their resident district.
Mhm.
And I will say, my plug, I appreciate Tom Mooney, his recognition of our youngest learners. I would say one of the concerns that I have is the amount of seniors,
Mhm.
because those are likely dropouts.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
They're probably not going to go back to their resident
Yeah.
district.
right, because we're months from graduation for seniors.
Yeah.
Just a couple months. Yeah, that's true.
Good point.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't think resident districts are necessarily required to take them back.
They are
Yeah.
if the family goes.
Yeah, if they initiate that, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. That's why it's sometimes hard, like, they're caught in this limbo. When it's due to lack of engagement, it's hard to know what happens, right? Yeah, so, all right,
Somebody gets overwhelmed.
yeah,
It-
lots
you
of
know,
reasons.
It requires a lot of parental participation to
Yeah.
succeed in a lot of virtual circumstances.
True,
In life.
yeah. All right, any further discussion? All right, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0. And that takes us to adjournment.
I move to adjourn our meeting this evening.
I second.
At least need enough time to write down your names. All right, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion carries. We are adjourned at 8:26 PM.